Okay, hopefully this is working. You might recognise what's in front of you. Obviously my face, you'll recognise that. But you might recognise that's part of the wreck there. So that video is coming straight from the drone. So we're going to be doing some drone flying in the not too distant future. So I thought I'd do a test flight today just to show you the ropes a little bit. So you're not going to be manually flying it. You're going to be doing an automated flight for the drone. So I can show you those things very quickly. So I'm just bringing the drone to life. So that movement there was the props firing up. And we'll just buzz this to a safe height. So you might start to recognise the school now. So we'll get out over the oval. I may have a little bit of lag on this video. I'm doing a screen capture with the tablet that is also running the drone app, so it's working pretty hard. So we're over the oval, and I'll just get out into the middle here. Altitude's at 30 metres, so I'll crank that up a bit. The tallest trees are about 20 metres, so at 40 now, 43. That's a nice safe height. So there's the old school. I can highlight a few things for you. You'll see the green square. So the green square there is on top of the VCE centre. This is the ILC, the new computer room and woodwork room and things like that. You've got the hall and theatre over there and the canteen cafeteria area. And I am back over here. So that's the wreck. I'll just put a green square on that. So that green square is just a focus. It's not going to drop missiles on me or anything like that. And you might be able to spot me I'll get myself in the centre of screen. So that little white car there, I'm sitting inside that. So I'll just look out the window. Yeah, I can see the drone. So as you'll know from your drone flying or your drone rule research, you do have to maintain line of sight. So I'm definitely doing that at the moment. Cool. So I'll show you the map view here. So when you start playing with Litchi, which is the software you are going to use to program the drone, this is the sort of view you're going to be working with. Okay, so I've got the H there, that's where I took off from. That's where the drone will return to if there's any dramas. So the drone's fairly fancy. It's got a really fancy GPS and computer on board. So if it loses contact with the controller for any reason, its default program is to return home. So if I turn the controller off now, it's just going to return home. Doesn't happen very often, but it has happened before. The drone has a 7-kilometre radius, and the school from one corner to the other is about half a kilometre. So if we're flying over the school, we're definitely going to be working within the range we've got. So I'll just give the drone a spin. So you can see on the video there the little paper aeroplane with an eyeball on it. That shows you where the drone is, shows you where the drone's looking. You can see the video down in the bottom corner there, just spinning and getting dizzy. So where the point of that aeroplane is, or where the eyeball is, that's your that's where the camera's pointing. Cool. Now I'll just go around the overview very quickly here. So you've got your map view, which lives in the bottom corner, or you've got your camera view, and they swap depending on which one you want active. So the map's gone down to the bottom right corner there. Sorry, right corner. And now we've got what the camera's actually looking at. So we can tilt the camera up there and have a little bit of a look out over Ballarat. And if you look to the bottom left of the screen we've got there, you can see the altitude is written there. So we're at 60 metres high. We have a distance of 211.1. So that distance is the distance from where we took off. Now the speed is on 0, but if I fly forwards, you'll see that speed go up. So now we're cruising at about 20 k's an hour. You can see the highway there. You can see the train tracks. Spot the train every now and again, which is always nice. And this drone will actually go a fair bit faster than 20 k's an hour when it's in sports mode, but we're not flying in sports mode at the moment. So there's the old school again. They've taken down that temporary fence that was around that big dirt patch. I'm not sure what they're up to there. Maybe trying to grow a bit of grass while they don't have students running all over it. Okay, so we've got our altitude, distance and speed at the bottom. Then we have a couple of buttons on the left hand side there. One that will land the drone for you automatically, and a couple of others that relate to the type of photography you want to take. And if you look to the very top of the screen, top left, where it says FPV, that one there gives you all your flight options. So FPV stands for first person view, so that basically means manual flight. Waypoint is another option there. So waypoint is what you are going to use. You're going to program a flight for the drone, and waypoint's how we'll do that. A couple of other things across the top just very quickly. Where it says 21 next to the little satellite picture, that means we're locked in with 21 satellite signals at the moment. So I'm not touching the controller at the moment. The onboard computer is tracking its location with GPS, and it's holding its location that way. 68% means that my controller has 68% battery. And as we go across, you'll notice the big red and green line. Now the green line says about 17 on it at the moment. That keeps changing, so that green line is your battery life on the drone. So when it gets to red, it's time to land. And if you get too far down on the red, it'll just land itself. So again, if it goes flat, it doesn't just fall out of the sky. It's a pretty switched on and sensible sort of machine in that way. So up across the top, we've got a little picture of a transmitter and a little picture of a video camera. So those two symbols there indicate your transmitter strength, and the other one is your video signal strength. So they're at full power. We're only 230 meters away from where we took off, so there's no hassles with our range. Then we've got 68%, so that 68% refers to the drone battery itself. Then you've got a little picture of my head, so that's not to do with the drone. That's my tablet doing a little screen capture thing. Usually used for gaming, but sometimes can be used for showing you some cool stuff for school. So I want to show you quickly what a waypoint mission looks like. So you'll be learning how to do this soon. Click on waypoint up here. Hopefully I can load up a mission that one of the students has made in the years previous. So what have we got here? We've got some from Caledonian Primary School. Mission of Doom doesn't sound too good. Got a couple from George. Now, as I recall, Jet was pretty good at these things, so we might load up Jet's mission and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see on our map overlay now, things looking pretty different. Okay, so with a waypoint mission loaded up like this, we can just let the drone fly by wire or follow its flight path. So if I click play on the left there, that shows me all the waypoint's heights before I click go. Now I always like to have a quick look here. The little number above each waypoint, so you've got the waypoints in purple along the bottom there, and above that you've got the little numbers. Those are the altitudes of those waypoints, and it's always best just to make sure that nothing's below 30. If everything's above 30, you're not going to crash into power lines, buildings, trees. Okay, so we'll always fly at a safe altitude. You don't want to be too high, that's where the planes fly. You don't want to be too low, that's where the trees are. So it looks pretty good. I've clicked play on that one. So the drone is going to automatically fly to waypoint number 1. Okay, so if we flick to our camera view, the missions as they were planned last year took off from the front of the library. So I dare say that's where it's going to go to first. And then I believe maybe it'll fly to the car park where I am, so we might get a look at me. Yeah, there I am, nice one. So I'm not actually controlling the drone at the moment. This is Jet's waypoint mission. So it's flying by itself. And if we have a look at the map view, we can also track what the drone's up to there as well. So let's just move the map over there. So you can see number 1 is out the front of the library. That's where the drone's going to go to first, and then it's okay, Mr. Cleary again. Just had to do a bit of a restart. My my tablet ran out of power. So sorry, not power, memory space. So I was taking a video and the video suddenly stopped. So I've landed the drone. I was up to the part where I was showing you that fly-by-wire mission, and there was just a little bit more I wanted to show you on that. So I'll join these videos together. It'll be seamless, I'm sure. So back to the waypoint mission. We click on the waypoint. Now we were working with Jet's mission before. I might quickly load up a different one. Let's see what we've got here. Orlando. Let's try Orlando's mission. Okay. So load him up. I'll press play straight away. Nothing above 30 meters. So let's cruise on that one. So on the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you will see what the camera sees. Goodness me, we've got a low battery now, so we won't be able to do this for long. But I did want to show you on the map exactly what's going on. And we'll have about a minute more of flight time before we have to go back, I think. So if you look at your little purple dots on the screen, they are waypoints. That's where the drone is going to fly. The other thing worth noting is the little blue points on the screen. They are points of interest. Now, waypoints are where the drone flies. Points of interest are where the drone looks. So as it flies around, it has to look at things as well. So as you fly, you can program in where it's going to fly, how fast it's going to fly, how high it's going to be as it flies. You can also program in what it will be looking at, and you can also program what it'll be doing. So it's a camera drone, so you can choose whether it's going to be taking video, whether it's going to be taking photos, starting and stopping those sorts of things. So all of these things will be programmed into your flight path. And as you can see there, we have the red drone following the yellow lines between the waypoints and looking at the points of interest as it goes.
Warning,
so
aircraft battery at 24%.
Gonna have to stop this mission and land the drone. I only bought one battery. I did not think I would need more than that. Now, where am I? Got to land it. Got to land it now. Alright, that's my car. I'll see if I can see my arm there, waving out the side. Hello! Hello! That's me. Alright, I'm going to have to unplug now and go and land it. We'll see you next time.